Yo, what's up, people? So yesterday I had gotten on my Twitter and I found out somebody actually challenged me to a battle, and they asked what tier that I wanted to do, and I'm like, any tier is fine. And he challenged me to UU, and I'm going through my box and I'm just looking, where the hell are all my UU Pokemon? Where are they? I mean, I'm just looking OU, and I barely had any Ubers Pokemon, but I kind of threw this thing together. I thought this was a good team, but I didn't realize how much of a fighting weakness I had. And he has like main food, and freaking Electivire, which have some pretty strong fighting type moves. And I think I've already realized I'm going to accept my name as Arter Base. I mean, I'm not going to change this channel, so I'm just going to keep it as Arter Base. I'm probably going to change the channel art and everything else. I always talk about how I'm going to change the channel art, but it's like so hard to find people to do it. If you do it, I'll just tell me, and I'll give you a shout out on this channel. I'll record a battle. I'll definitely put it up, anything you need. So it's like, also, well, I'm going to explain all this later, and I'm just going to go ahead and get right into the battle. And we'll see what we have here. So I'm going to start off with my Galvantula as expected. I kind of went out to Galvantula to bait the Sableye coming in, because I thought it'd go for Taunt, as it goes for Will-O-Wisp, but my freaking Spider avoids that like the Spider it is, and I'm going to go straight for a Thunder. And that does a shitload of damage to that Sableye, as the Sableye cannot take another one, even if he goes for a Recover. So he's going to withdraw the Sableye. I know he was going to withdraw the Sableye, and he's going to go into Electivire. And I almost forgot about this thing. I almost forgot about it. But I went for the Sticky Webs this time. His Electivire is just a speed demon with Motor Drive. So I'm going to go for Bug Buzz now, just to weaken this thing, as I really need this thing weakened. So now he's going to go for Ice Punch. He probably didn't have anything else, since he was expecting probably a Motor Drive. So he's losing HP based on the Life Orb, and I know I can take this thing out with the Bug Buzz. As now he's going to go out in the Arcanine. I kind of wanted to guess the switch, but I really didn't want to give this thing a speed boost, especially since it already wasn't caught with the speed boost. I mean, caught with the Sticky Webs, as this Arcanine is just going to eat up this Bug Buzz. I mean, look how little damage that does. I mean, it's, oh dear God, and it goes for Extreme Speed. I kind of thought there wouldn't be Extreme Speed because it had Intimidate. I thought it wouldn't be offensive, as he's just going to take out my Galvantula and take some Life Orb recoil. So now I want to go into my Tentacruel. I know that it's offensive now, so I know it can't take a Scald, and I was pretty sure that it couldn't take out my I mean, it wouldn't move fast. As now he goes out in his Tentacruel. His Tentacruel causes so much trouble. I didn't have anybody that can block a spin, and I really needed my Sticky Webs up. So I was kind of mad. But I did get off the burn versus this Tentacruel, because this Tentacruel walls a lot of my Pokemon, as I do have kind of a lot of special attackers. But I'm kind of thinking this thing is special defensive like my own. It's not going to go out in my Raichu, as I knew he was going to go for a Rapid Spin. And he does go for the Rapid Spin, and that does little damage to my Raichu. And I wanted to go for an Encore, and I'm just looking like, where's my Encore? As I took the wrong set Raichu. So instead of going for the Encore, I just have to go straight for the Nasty Plot, as he withdraws the Tentacruel. So this kind of actually played off good. So I just go for a Nasty Plot. If I would have went for the Encore, he would have just had a free switch into Electivire. But now that I have the Nasty Plot, pretty much any of my moves can kill him, except for a freaking Thunderbolt. So he does switch out into Sableye, and this Sableye can catch this Hidden Power. I do have Hidden Power Ice, just in case there was a freaking Ground and Water type. So I do have the Life Orb, as you see, and he goes out into his Empoleon. Hey, this isn't a switch. I can just go for an Electric type move, and as soon as I pressed Thunderbolt, I realized how much of a horrible play this is. He was baiting the Thunderbolt so he can go into his Electivire, and it's just a bad time for me. As he gets the Motor Drive, he's fast as crap now. He can outspeed my Raichu. I kind of forgot that the Sticky Webs aren't on the field. If I would have known, I probably would have switched out my Raichu. As now, this thing is a threat. It could outspeed my whole team. It could just destroy my life with any of its moves. So, I pretty much go out into my Fluffy, thinking I can go for a Sucker Punch. And I was thinking that maybe he wouldn't think about the Sucker Punch. It was too obvious of a move. But he does guess right, and he goes out into his Empoleon as it's floating on a balloon. So right now I need to switch out. I do switch out into my Tentacruel because it could take anything this thing is trying to do. If it's a physical attacker like a Scalded, go for the burn. God dang, let me learn how to talk. So I'm going to go for the Scald now, hope for a burn. And I don't get the burn, but I do pop that balloon. It doesn't matter that much as I don't think I have any ground type moves on my team anymore. So I'm just going to keep going for Scalds, as he's going to go out into his Arcanine, probably thinking I would go for a Miracle. He watches my videos, he probably knows what I'm trying to go for. But I'm actually not going to go for a Miracle. I'm just going to keep going for Scalds. I think it would be better just to go for Scald. And I do knock out this Arcanine, thank goodness. But I do have some physical attackers, and my other special attackers, I don't think it has anything on this Arcanine. So now he goes out into his Electivire. I kind of wanted to stay and see if it had, what's the name of that move? What's the name of it? That recoil move, but I kind of thought that my Articuno was not doing too much, and it actually has Thunder Punch. I was glad I didn't keep my Tentacruel in. I kind of thought that I needed my Tentacruel. This actually is a bad play. My Articuno could take care of that Tentacruel relatively well. So right now I'm thinking maybe my Articuno can be saved. Maybe, just maybe. So I'm going to go out into my Milky as he can take a Thunder Punch. As he goes for Thunder Punch now. And my Milky, he can take that Thunder Punch relatively well. And he's just taking Life Orb Recoil. And I get the leftovers right here. So my Milky, he's not looking bad. He's over here bobbing around. And he's just a purple ass cow. So I'm going to switch out and go out into Articuno. And my Articuno is just going to come out here. I actually just sacked off Articuno just so he can get that last Life Orb Recoil. Because now I realize I could probably go into my Miltank right now. But no, I kind of thought that he would go for like a cross chop, and I was just hoping for a miss. So I'm actually going to go for a Roost now. And I'm going to get all this HP back. And get these leftovers, and my Articuno is looking good right now. So this main food's in here, as I kind of did not expect it to have Stone Edge. And that just completely wrecks my Articuno, and I'm just having a hard time right here. As now I realize that Tentacruel is going to be a huge threat against me, not my Tentacruel, because my Tentacruel can come in here, has a speed tie with this thing, goes for the Scald. I'm hoping for a burn so I can go ahead and get this thing down, but no, it goes for the Stone Edge, and that takes a big chunk of health. That takes a big chunk of health off my Tentacruel. Now I can go for a U-turn, as I'm just going to continue going for Scalds, hoping for burns. As I'm really knocked down low, my Tentacruel cannot handle too much. As he goes out into his Empoleon again, as I'm just kind of thinking, what can I do against this Pokemon? He has a main food Empoleon. He has Beast of UU Pokemon. And I don't know what to do against these things. So now he's going to go for Hydro Pump. And it's going to hit my Tentacruel relatively hard. And I'm actually going to go for Miracle, pretty much expecting that. Get a big chunk, not a big chunk, but just a chunk of damage against this Empoleon. As I'm going to withdraw my Tentacruel, I kind of want this thing at a better amount of HP. As I can go out into my, I kind of expected it to go for a Grass Knot now, but it goes for Hydro Pump. My Fluffy takes a big amount of damage, and I'm going to go for Sucker Punch, as I know my Sucker Punch can take out an Empoleon, because I do have the Life Orb. And my Fluffy is down low. It can't take out a Tentacruel at all, because it is a mix when it has Sucker Punch, Pursuit, Flamethrower, and Sludge Bomb, which cannot touch this Tentacruel at all. As I'm just going to go out in my Fluffy. I was kind of hoping for a Scald, because I yawned there. It's kind of early in the morning. As I took that scald, it wouldn't matter if it burned. I do have the Hill Bell. I kind of wanted to go for power up punches at this time, but he does have main food. No, he does have main food, and he does have Elixir that can outspeed me. So I just went for Milk Drink, get all my HP back, because I know I can take any move this main food or Elixir wants to do, because my Milky is defensive as hell. He's blue. He can take anything they want to do. As now I can go for Body Slam, hoping for a paralysis here as he goes for high jump kick. And oh dear God, that just does so much damage. As I know I can outspeed this main food now. I want to go for Milk Drink, kind of hoping that he goes for high jump kick again, hoping for a miss. And so I'm going to get all this health back, and he goes for Drain Punch, and I'm like, hey, what are you doing with two fighting type moves? That's just horrible. Come on, man, just give me a break. So I do get the leftovers. So I'm kind of hoping this thing goes for Drain Punch again, or if he goes for high jump kick and miss. But I'm going to go for a Body Slam, hoping for a paralysis. As I do get a crit this time, and he goes for high jump kick, and he's just landing all over the place. Why don't you miss a high jump kick? Why? You just don't miss. You need to learn how to miss. It's not going to go out of my Tentacool. My Tentacool does have a speed tie versus thing. I'm really hoping that it wins, and it does win the speed tie. I get a scald off, but I do kill this main food, because I realize I'm in a bad situation. I don't know what I can do against his other Tentacool except for probably stall it out. If my Tentacool gets burned, that'll be bad for me. So he goes out into Electivire. I can take care of this Electivire because I can switch out into my Tentacool against any of his potential moves. And I go into my Fluffy. Fluffy's right here. And once Fluffy dies, he's not so fluffy because he got that Aftermath. And he's just blowing up all over the place. And that's going to kill the Electivire. It wouldn't even matter if he didn't have the Aftermath. He most likely would have died to the Life Orb. As this is like... as right now, the Tentacool just comes out. He's pretty much at a good amount of health. I'm not at a good amount of health. I'm down to half. He's down to like 3/4. As I'm really hoping I don't get the burn. Like, come on, my Skull didn't get so many burns. Please don't let him get a burn. He gets burned first turn. His Tentacool is just a real G. As I'm just gonna go for Mirror Coat, probably thinking it'll do better, higher damage, but it doesn't. As I realize he's most likely special defensive like mine. So I'm like, what are you doing with the leftovers? It's Black Sludge all the way. No trick any day. So the burn is just looking horrible on my Tentacool. I'm just taking so much damage. I'm already in the yellow. He's still in the green. So I'm just kind of going for a Sludge Bomb. That's the best attacking move I got. As that's doing nothing to his Tentacool. And I'm just taking all this damage. And I'm burned. I can't do anything. I'm just hoping for a critical hit. And I'm just getting stalled out here. So I don't really know what I can say. So I'm going to tell you about this. It's like on my channel. If y'all made it this far, I'm just going to tell you about this other stuff. On my channel, I'm just going to be, how do I say, I'm going to make other DS games. Like right now, yesterday I went to the store. I got Bravely Default. I just kind of wanted it. And I'm just going to post it on my channel. I'm going to be playing it. Probably I'm going to post the first video today. Well, right after this video. Once it's done rendering, I'm going to upload. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm still going to upload Pokemon X and Y battles every day. So I want to put it on another channel, but I kind of don't because that's managing another channel and it's just annoying as it is. And I'd rather just leave it on this channel. It's my channel, so, well, it sucks. Well, he goes for the Sludge Bomb. I'm like, oh my God, it's so low. If I would have got a crit, I probably could have at least got a tie or something. But nah, it's just looking bad for me as... I do die to the burn. I'm like, since when did burn do 22 health? Maybe I wasn't paying attention. But he does win this match. It was a super close match, and that was a good game. Not Crimson. F it. I'm not saying not Jisoo. Not Jisoo. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but on Twitter it is Crimson525 or Deathhawk. Back then wasn't a Crimson Hawk? I wasn't sure. But that was a good game, though. Don't forget to like, subscribe, whatever. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye. It was horrible. I always hate saying that.